Hello, it is February 12th, 2026. It's 2:05 p.m. and I'm reviewing some homilies that are being recorded and live streamed on YouTube. And and some of these homilies come from archbishops and bishops, and it's coming from all different parts of the world, archdioceses and dioceses. And this one in particular is from the Archdiocese of San Francisco. And Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone is giving a homily on the Beatitudes. And I've actually heard Archbishop Cordileone speak on EWTN as well, and answering questions on some theology and some issues that the state of California undergoes, especially in this area, San Francisco. And he's talking about some of the saints and how some of the saints, I think it's just how we say what we say. And the word poor came forth very strongly in how we see poverty. So in religious life, we make 3 vows. One of those vows is the vow of poverty. And poverty means that there's a reality of communion and a communion of charity. I know that when I was growing up and we were migrating from the Philippine Islands to the state of California, United States of America, I did not hear the word poor in the same way that my mother saw poor, or like Saint Bernadette and her family, Saint Bernadette Subaru and her family, seeing the word poor. So the vocabulary word poor came forth in negative. Well, in the Beatitudes, it's coming forth very positive, because the Beatitudes say, "Blessed are the poor in spirit." So it's not sounding so negative. In fact, it's sounding very blessed to be poor. And some people see it as a reason not to live. Well, I'm watching and listening to saint stories, and what I could hear from my family and listening to the Subaru family of Saint Bernadette. For example, Saint Bernadette had to live with a family of about 5 children, and their parents had to live in a jailhouse because that was the only building that was available for them to find housing. And when you think of that as the only form of housing, and you think, how is that blessed? And then you look at their family, there's so much gratitude in them when a whole meal is provided for them because of the blessing of friendship and the blessing of a community of faith, that an abundant harvest comes in and they're so happy to share the food with each other. And that reality of knowing how to say thank you. And then here is the person who has a 5-bedroom house, and they're fighting in the house all the time. and they're throwing food away, and they're ungrateful when there is food. In fact, they're cussing at the food instead of blessing it. And then I think to myself, blessed are the poor in spirit. Because they have a house, they have all the food they want, but look at them. They don't sound so blessed. So I think it's just how you see poor. I mean, they downplay you for being poor, and here's God saying you're blessed. And in the religious life, they make a vow of poverty, and it's the same. There's a form of community. We share like a family, and there's reason to be grateful. And right now, I'm not seeing a grateful religious life. There's a lot of obesity that I'm seeing. One sister's eating more than another sister. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm saying something here. How is that? How is that a rule of life? Okay. There's community prayers, and there's a 500-pound woman wearing the same holy habit. And here is my beautiful vocation directress, barely 100 pounds, in her beautiful grace of living in community. So I'm listening to the priests, I'm listening to an archbishop, and how it's being communicated at this time. It's very sad that poverty is sounding like a bad thing when we're supposed to be blessed.